do elbow hyperextension taping. So this is one of the times that we would want to use one of the little bit thicker foam heel and lace pads, and we're going to place it in kind of the crook or the bend of the elbow to try and protect that region. You can either put it over the pre-wrap or under. I like it under the pre-wrap so that it will stay, but if you're not using pre-wrap, again, if you really needed to limit that range of motion, we may not put it underneath the pre-wrap, or we may not use pre-wrap. So I'm going to start my pre-wrap on the forearm. We want to be about a hand's width away from the elbow. We're going to cover this whole area with pre-wrap, and then I'm going to place my heel and lace pad. And then we're going to come about a hand's width above the elbow as well. Here we're going to use 4 anchors. We're going to have 2 on the forearm and 2 on the bicep. So again, with our anchors, we want to make sure we have the person make a fist and contract their forearm. So make a fist, squeeze. So there we have 2 anchors and then 2 on the biceps. So same thing, we're going to have you contract your bicep. Good. Now what we're going to do is a few different strips across the front of the elbow to prevent extension. So we're going to try and keep them from going all the way into an extended or hyperextended position. We're going to make one of the fans that we talked about earlier. So we're going to go, again, measure from our anchors on the bicep to our anchors on the forearms. We may change the position a little bit depending on how much extension we want. Because we don't want this person to get all the way in extension, we're going to have them in just a little bit of flexion. Just a little bit of flexion while we're doing measuring the fan strip. So again, then I'm going to take that off. I'm going to create my fan again. You can also do this on the elbow, just whatever you prefer. On the elbow, I'm going to do 4 strips every time. A little bit of bend. Good. So then we're going to create our X. And then come straight down the middle. And then we're going to go ahead and do our lock strips. I'm going to start on the forearm again, so go ahead and make a fist, squeeze your forearm. With our lock strips here, I'm going to go a little bit closer to the elbow than I did with my anchors to try and help secure. And then same thing with my lock strips on the bicep. Okay. We can also secure with some elastic tape if we would like to do that as well. You can actually cover this portion of the elbow with elastic tape. We could also use Leuco tape or one of the more rigid tapes across the front of the elbow. There's a lot of variations of this taping application, but for our purposes, this is what we'll do. So as we can see, we have a little bit of limited elbow extension. You can kind of see the tension across the front of the tape.